In this section, we'll apply the 3 key legal infrastructure tools: contracts, insurance, and entity, specifically to the protection of physical assets. You've invested a lot in your business's physical assets. These are often the tools of the business necessary to deliver your goods and services, such as your facilities, your equipment, and your data. The loss of an asset can be catastrophic. It can create financial and operational hardship, or even shut down the business. Physical asset protection is part of your business continuity and disaster recovery plans. Knowing exactly what you'll do when a disruption occurs gives you a competitive advantage. You'll be up and running quickly compared to others. The foundation of these plans are the 3 legal infrastructure tools. So let's take a look at them in relation to physical asset protection. Contracts relating to physical assets either put the assets at risk or protect them. For example, a loan agreement may require the assets to be used as collateral for the lender. While you may not be able to avoid the requirement of collateral, it's critical that you know the circumstances under which they can seize the assets and what rights you have in that situation. Similarly, a lease will limit how the asset is used while the lease is in effect. Contracts may also have ancillary effects on assets. For example, many contracts require processes in place to address privacy, confidentiality, and cybersecurity concerns. It's important to understand and comply fully with these ancillary requirements. Insurance is the default legal tool for physical asset protection, and rightfully so. We know the possibility of loss exists. Fires, floods, data breaches happen. We hear the stories every day. And insurance is a reliable mechanism to protect the assets and the business. What we don't often fully understand is the kinds and amounts of insurance we need and what's excluded from the policy. Simply looking at what a customer or vendor contract requires is not sufficient. It's important that you talk with your broker about your business operations, the specific assets you're seeking to protect, to ensure you're covered sufficiently for the likely scenarios that may arise. In addition to its typical shield of liability, the entity is the title holder for assets as well. If certain assets create high risk, you may consider moving them into a separate entity to insulate that risk from other business assets. Physical assets are often the wheels that keep the business in motion. Applying legal infrastructure and expanding that to create business continuity and disaster recovery plans will avoid both physical and productivity loss and put you in a stronger competitive position vis-a-vis your competitors. Let's take a look at what assets you have and how you're protecting them in Section 7 of the workbook.